Dr. Scott, okay, with your background as an orthopedic surgeon, we have had on the broadcast before, we talked about the sagging pants and the youth culture and how it's been hanging around for 10 or 15 years. So you've got, let's just say, youth that 15 years ago, they had their pants sagging down to the ground for 15 years. Now they're 25, 30 years old. First of all, we know the look. We don't like the look. And plus, it affects us in a lot of ways. Let's say sports and all kind of things. Can you tell the listeners why having sagging pants is a tremendous health risk?
Oh, exactly so. Number one, it's a mental risk because it means lowered expectations. When you're showing your bottom to everybody around in the streets, in the olden days, we used to call that showing your bottom. And it's not any different now than it was then. It's a diminish in expectations. It means you don't expect very much of yourself. That's one. Two, physical. As they try to hold the pants up by walking wide-legged and slew-foot, this puts a tremendous strain on the sacroiliac joints in the low back, which is unnatural. It's not the way that the body was meant to work. And sooner or later, that's going to affect you. Maybe not today, but you give it time, it will.
Okay, and then, you know, and speaking of the mental, and when the men hold their hands with one leg, I don't know if y'all men notice, you need to look at some of these old movies like back in the 1900s. That's called curtsy, men. Women do curtsy. Men don't do curtsy.
Unless they're marketing and promoting what they curtsy. So that's okay. Yeah, but the orthopedic impact of having, again, the wide-legged, the slew foot, trying to keep the pants from falling any lower than they are. But the multiple layers, when I examine these young guys for their sports physical, they'll come in, they got on 3 or 4 pair of pants, and it's 98 degrees outside. I say, look, this is not good for your skin. It's not good for anything down there. And plus the laundry. I say, who's washing these clothes every night? I say, your mother doesn't want to get 4 pair of pants a day from you. This is just lunacy. But they will do that. But again, the stress and strain on the sacroiliac joint, the lower back, and once the damage is done, you have what's called degenerative disc disease and degenerative joint disease, and those things cannot be repaired. This is not something where we can take a substance and fix these problems. Glucosamine, chondroitin plus DHA are good for other joints, but once that back is deteriorated and you lose that mobility, you've lost a lot of yourself, your essence, your ability to function. You just will not be the best you that you can be. So you can look forward to a life of basically decrepitness. So as you age and become even older, you won't be able to walk, you'll be on a scooter, and once you stop walking and start riding, you've decreased your lifespan 10 to 15 years.